Headline: All Blacks face off against Springboks, a clash of generational challenges. The excitement is building as the All Blacks prepare to take on the Springboks in two crucial fixtures, starting at Eden Park on September 6th. This matchup is not just a battle for supremacy between the world's top two rugby teams. It's also a defining moment for both sides as they navigate the complexities of generational change. As fans, we've witnessed the dominance of these teams over the past 2 decades, and now we're left wondering how each will adapt to the inevitable shifts in their rosters and playing styles. As we delve into this upcoming clash, it's hard not to notice the concerns surrounding the Springboks. A friend from South Africa recently pointed out the age of their key players, including Eben Etzebeth and Siya Kolisi, who are in their 30s. Their experience is undeniably valuable, but can they maintain the intensity required for another World Cup cycle? Rassie Erasmus has his work cut out for him in terms of finding the right balance between seasoned veterans and fresh talent. What do you think about the Springboks aging squad? Comment Go All Blacks below. On the other side of the spectrum, the All Blacks are not without their challenges either. There's been talk among fans about the need for a stronger senior presence to guide the younger players. Many are feeling frustrated watching a team that appears to lack cohesion and decisiveness on the field. It raises a key question: where is the core group of experienced players who can help steer the ship? As fans, we crave that sense of stability and leadership. How do you feel about the current state of our All Blacks? Generational changes in national teams are always tricky. Unlike club teams, national sides don't have the luxury of daily training sessions and long-term bonding. It's a constant juggling act to integrate new talent while keeping the team's identity intact. As the Rugby Championship unfolds, all 4 teams are wrestling with this issue, but the spotlight is particularly on the All Blacks and Springboks as we approach the next World Cup. Scott Robertson is under a microscope as he attempts to guide this team through its transitional phase. While his record with the Crusaders is impressive, the lack of international experience raises questions. Fans are right to wonder if he has fully grasped the nuances of coaching at this level. It's evident that the players might be dealing with an overload of tactical information, which could hinder their ability to play instinctively. How do you think Robertson can address this issue effectively? As we gear up for this monumental series, the stakes have never been higher for both coaches. The upcoming matches will be a telling indicator of whether Scott Robertson can successfully implement his vision or if Rassie Erasmus can effectively phase in a new generation of players while relying on his proven veterans. So, All Blacks fans, how do you feel about the team's current trajectory? What do you think they need to do to emerge victorious against the Springboks? Make sure to comment below with your thoughts, including your city, as we rally behind our boys in black. Scrum concerns: a call for change in Rugby Championship. As devoted fans of the All Blacks, we need to talk about the ongoing concerns regarding Scrum contests in the Rugby Championship. Ewan McKenzie, the former Wallabies head coach, has expressed frustration over the apparent lack of emphasis on Scrums during recent matches, particularly in the games involving the Springboks and Wallabies, as well as Argentina and our very own All Blacks. McKenzie pointed out that during the first 2 weekends of the championship, there were only 6 penalties awarded at scrum time, with both South Africa and New Zealand earning 3 each, while Australia and Argentina received none. This raises the question: are we witnessing a decline in the scrum's significance as a contest? Fans, what do you think? Should scrums be more strictly officiated to ensure that teams are rewarded for their dominance up front? Comment Go All Blacks if you agree. The former prop was particularly dismayed by referees urging scrum halves to play on when scrums collapsed, which seems to take away from the competitive spirit of the game. He highlighted a specific instance where Argentina collapsed a scrum, yet the referee let the game continue. In that moment, the All Blacks seized the opportunity to drive forward, but it raises the concern that if dominant scrums are not rewarded, we may be forced to rethink how we approach the front row. McKenzie's critique is that the current trend diminishes the reward of having a powerful scrum, leading to a scenario where teams might as well put back rowers in the front row. This is a slippery slope for our beloved sport. It's essential to maintain the integrity of scrum contests as they are a critical aspect of rugby union. Eddie Jones, head coach of Japan, echoed these sentiments by noting that this trend is becoming increasingly normalized across the game. He pointed out how referees are being evaluated based on the number of scrum resets, which inadvertently pressures them to avoid calling resets altogether. This could be detrimental to teams like the All Blacks, who have historically benefited from strong scrum. As passionate supporters, we need to voice our opinions on this issue. If the scrum continues to lose its competitive edge, it could fundamentally alter the way the game is played. Are we okay with that? It's crucial that World Rugby addresses this matter before it becomes a permanent fixture in our sport. As McKinsey pointed out, without the scrum contest, the game risks losing its unique character. The Southern Hemisphere seems to be adopting a more league-like approach, which could alienate longtime fans who cherish the traditional aspects of rugby. What are your thoughts, fans? Do you believe that the current officiating trends are harming the game? Should we advocate for a return to stricter scrum rules to ensure that teams are rewarded for their dominance? Share your views and let us know where you're from in the comments below. And don't forget to include your city. Go All Blacks! All Blacks need to bounce back after disappointing loss to Argentina. The All Blacks face some serious soul-searching after their recent defeat against Argentina, marking a significant moment in their rugby championship campaign. For the first time in history, the Pumas triumphed over New Zealand on Argentinian soil. This has left fans and analysts alike buzzing with thoughts and concerns about the team's current state. As we gear up for the highly anticipated showdown against the Springboks at Eden Park, it's essential to dissect what went wrong and how the All Blacks can regroup. Victor Matfield, the legendary Springbok lock, has shared his insights on how South Africa might exploit the All Blacks' vulnerabilities. He pinpointed the high ball as a critical area for improvement. The aerial battle has become increasingly important in modern rugby, and Matfield suggests that the All Blacks need to tighten their game plan around this aspect. He rightly pointed out that the Pumas not only dominated the aerial exchanges, but also capitalized on loose balls, which gave them the momentum to push through. As fans, it's hard to digest that our beloved All Blacks struggled in such fundamental areas. What do you think they need to do to address these issues? Comment Go All Blacks in the comments. Matfield also highlighted a crucial point regarding player selection during high-pressure moments. He observed that the All Blacks seemed to lose their way in the dying minutes of the match, making uncharacteristic errors. This brings us to a key question. Is Scott Robertson ensuring that the right players are on the field when the game is on the line? The decision to kick the ball out while trailing by 9 points raised eyebrows, and it's moments like these that can define a game. As passionate supporters, we want to see our stars like Beauden Barrett and Artie Savia in those critical situations, ready to make the big plays. John Kerwin, another All Blacks legend, echoed similar sentiments, suggesting that Robertson may not make sweeping changes to the lineup. He believes in the resilience of this team and that they'll use this loss as motivation to improve. It's true that the All Blacks have a rich history of bouncing back stronger after setbacks. The core players like Will Jordan and Beauden Barrett have proven their worth time and again, and it's vital that they don't lose confidence following this defeat. As we look ahead to the upcoming clash with the Springboks, the team must focus on addressing their weaknesses. The high ball reception and line-out execution cannot afford to falter again. The intensity of this match will be palpable, and the All Blacks need to harness that energy positively. How do you feel about the All Blacks' chances against South Africa? Are you confident they will bounce back? Let's keep the discussion going. Share your thoughts on the game and let us know which city you're cheering from and your predictions for the All Blacks' performance against the Springboks. Your opinions matter, so drop a comment below.